Let my arms reach up to the sky. I grab a cloud and then I hold on tight. You can try to pull with all your might, but I won't let go. 'Cause I'm a spaceman. I'm a spaceman. Like a rocket shot out into space, seems to be the best way out of this place. All this great big world I'll circle round, without the thought of ever coming down. And I'll be so high, 'cause I'm a spaceman. Yeah, I'm a spaceman. Yeah, I'm a spaceman. Yeah, I'm a spaceman. The final push to send me all the way. Far beyond the stars of the Milky Way. Traveling all alone where day is never light. Maybe one day I can make it right, and I'll feel so high. I'm a spaceman. I'm a spaceman. Yeah, I'm a spaceman. Yeah, I'm a spaceman.